Hi Virgo, this is your reading for the time period of November 1st to December 31st, 2021. For those of you who are new to my channel or you're visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork. Okay, so before I begin with your reading, I just want to let you guys know that I have my tarot series running on my Instagram page at AmaniEFA777. If you have Instagram, please feel free to partake in the series. If you have questions, comments, or concerns in regards to it, you know where to find me, okay? Same goes if you need a private reading or if you want information on how to locate missing individuals. Those are other services that I offer to my subscribers, followers, in terms of the basic human need, okay? So so this is going to be bi-monthly. I will also touch base with your energy again towards the end, maybe probably throughout November. I'll see if I can do like weeklies because the energy always changes, but I'll definitely touch base with it again towards the end of December for your New Year's energy, okay? The spirit is giving me the idea of, I heard her say something. So you could be that she that the spirit is talking about, or it's you and you're saying there's an external female around you. I'm being drawn to a Libra. There's an air element that's coming through, but it doesn't have to be a Libra. It doesn't have to be whatever, it doesn't have to be an air sign. It could be whatever sign. But I'm getting this feeling that you might have overheard a conversation. It could have been about you. It could have had something. I'm also getting money. It also has something to do with money. So it could be work related. It could be family money related. It could be business tie related. It just depends on what's going on and how you resonate with that energy. Okay. All right. So let's see. And the Libra, I heard her say, but the Libra energy could also be male or whatever air sign or zodiac sign. Okay, Virgo, so the card you have underneath is the Ten of Wealth or the Ten of Pentacles. This is your energy and that of other earth signs. I'm getting this idea of looking for work. Possibly, I don't know if you want to work from home, you may consider that to be an option for you. Or if the spirit is also telling me something about out of state work, like traveling out of state to work. Like if you live in the United States particularly, but if you live anywhere else in the world, you could be traveling to the United States to work, or you are, something is definitely intercultural about the kind of work that you are considering doing. So it could be web design, intercultural, where if you live in New York, for example, or if you live in like Michigan, then you can have clients that live in the Czech Republic. You can have clients that live in Turkey or London or Paris. You can have clients that something is intercultural about what you're doing. So I just gave web design as like an example, but it doesn't have to be web design, but that may be something that you may consider, especially if you run your own brand, if that makes any sense. You may need a designer, or you are your own designer. So you could be like fashion. It could be related to fashion, graphic design. The spirit is also giving me the idea of a storefront, like a storefront, like doing work, like storefront. What's an example of that? Trying to give an example. Storefront would be like selling smoothies in front of like a what do you call that, in front of like a restaurant or something, like something in storefront about what you're considering doing or what you're doing now. So you've got a different, I feel like you have a 7 of Cups kind of energy in terms of how you make money, but you may want to keep in mind like the kind of people that you have on board with the successes that you're bringing upon yourself, if that makes any sense. Okay. And it could be related to the air sign. So if you don't necessarily have an air sign element involved in anything that I just picked up just now, if it touches base with you in that way, then something is money related about something that you have going on with the air sign, period. Okay. So the 10 of Cups energy is in the starting point. 10 of Cups will be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces elements. If it's not only those signs or dealing with those signs, then it's definitely just the energy of family. I do get this idea of documentation when I said family. So it just depends on how old you are. So if you have some type of agreement with a parent or a sibling, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, where the idea is the disbursement of some type of documentation. So I don't know if this is the energy coming through like a family business or a family home, if that makes any sense. Family business, family home, where there's a disbursement of documentation going on. The spirit is giving me an idea, only yours in a family environment may be getting dispersed widely for some reason. The spirit is giving me an idea of insurance, like that could be the reason why yours is getting dispersed and not someone else's. The spirit is also guiding me to the energies of a Cancer and a Pisces, like to be specific if it's water sign. So Cancer and Pisces may be the main energies that you have attached to you that may be responsible for the disbursement of some type of documentation that you do have. They may also have you as a dependent or a beneficiary on some type of documentation that they have. So it could be will and inheritance. It could be related to a deed for a property that you have that's in your family. So I'm going to give you a really interesting example. If you have, say you were left a family home or it was given to you, there may be other family members or siblings that they're trying to get, like they want, like it may have been left for you, for example, but there's other people, I was a friend, there's other people including like other family. It may also include the energy of a friend that is a water sign, if the water sign isn't only family. Like they're trying to get access to that. I get co-own. They're trying to get access to the property or the deed for the property because they want to co-own the property with you, if that makes any sense. So you can be the one that's doing this with the water signs, where they may have been left a property or a business and you want to co-sign on that. You want to co-own a business or a property or like some type of house. It just depends on what's going on. But the spirit is giving me an idea that somebody can't do this without your documentation. Someone can't do this without your insurance. Something is also insurance related. So it's work, business, it's the obtaining of some type of property, like a housing property or like a business property. I do get this idea of writing off when I hit business property. So writing off could be writing off a check, writing something off could be writing off a deed, writing off could be like, I keep getting an idea of insurance. The writing off concept is connected to the insurance, if that makes any sense, okay? These videos literally help me with these legalities, so bear with me, alright? So if you have an idea of what I could be talking about, especially if we're dealing with insurance and housing insurance, and somebody trying to co-sign that insurance, if that makes any sense, you let me know in the comments, okay? The wedding position has the sun, sign of Leo. So if it's not only Leo, I'll get to that interpretation in a second. You're dealing with success. There is success here. Like there is success with a property. Like there's success with a business, if that makes any sense. Like there is success here. So there is success because of insurance or some type of insurance that somebody may be trying to help you obtain. The water sign trying to help you obtain. They may use your information to help you obtain some type of insurance or a property or a business, or like some type of work. Like insurance could also be federal benefits and state benefits or taxes that you could be trying to access for your own, if you just need some type of financial assistance of some kind. But I do get the idea that that may be running out. Like that could be running out. That may be some type of communication that the water sign is trying to give to you. Insurance that you're trying to receive governmental wise is running out. So the idea is to possibly look into another loan. Okay? And what's interesting? I'm getting an idea of, what's that called? Perkins, is that the name of a loan? I believe so. Perkins, like Perkins. Perkins. I think there's a Perkin loan, whatever that's related to. That may be related to housing or some type of, I don't know if that's like a housing loan that you could look into, but a water sign energy uses that. Something's going on with Perkins. I've heard that before. I think it has something to do with insurance or some type of loan, okay? But anyway, the waiting position has the sign Leo. You may be tied to a Leo. You may do some type of work with a Leo. Just depends on what's going on. Or what I just picked up just now. Leo could also be in your family. Leo could be a friend. They may also be helping you with what I just explained with Perkins, loans, insurance, deeds, etc. Okay? There is the idea of real estate that is going on here as well with this energy. Like they do real estate separately from you. So the co-signing or the co-ownership may also be going on with them, or something that they have. Right? They may have a real estate business that they run on the side. They may have a tax business that they run on the side. They may invest on the side. I get befriend. So as I'm talking about all those skills that if it's a Leo that they have, you may want to befriend this person because they're heavily skilled. And being heavily skilled implies that whatever you're trying to like make money from, that you're be trying to make money from a house. You could make money from your home, or like properties that no one has yet claimed. And the only way that you can get properties that no one else claimed, this energy knows how to help you do that. All right. Someone explained that to me one time, that if there's a house that no one, like say there's a dilapidated house somewhere that no one has claimed, there's money there that could be made, and that may be something that you're doing through the help of this individual. All right, you may need to contact them if they're not a family member, they're a mutual friend, they're someone that you were referred to go contact because they know how to do that precisely. Okay, if that makes any sense. So before I move any further, you have situations here where you may be trying to make money out of your home. 10 of Cups with the Sun. You could try to make money from your home or out of your home. Like, you don't have to leave the house. So it's related to insurance. It may be related to government funding. Something's also going on there with Perkins, loans, if that's a loan, or some type of insurance. You want to buy and sell property. Then you have water sign energy that someone wants to co-sign on something that you're doing on the side, or you want to co-sign or co-own something that your family has or you have, and your family members or friends want to be in on that. Then you have a Leo energy that they understand the ins and outs of real estate, and they know how to help you claim property that it's like unclaimed property basically, or they know how to help you with your insurance, if that makes any sense. All right, so there's a variety of things that you have going on here. It's definitely business oriented, and it definitely has to do with the deed for a home, or like governmental funds and loans and insurance, that someone you have around you is very skilled, knows how to do that. So yeah, Cancer, Pisces was coming through. You may be tied to a Scorpio, but they're coming through a lot. And you have a Leo here, okay? The present has the Queen of Cups energy, the therapist. All right, so the Queen of Cups could be a Cancer, a water sign energy that's shown up here, like a female. This energy could be your mother. Your mother doesn't have to be a Queen of Cups. You could just be dealing with a female that is showing up like this, that is any zodiac sign. They're just embodying Queen of Cups energy, or it's literally a Queen of Cups. All right. I get that she knows something. Like, this person knows about something that you have going on. So one element about this, you may be, I get this feeling that you may be tiptoeing around this person. If they're a family member or a friend, you tiptoe around them. I do get this idea that you may not want this person to know either what you're doing, or you don't want this person to know where you're moving to or where you moved for some reason. Like, you don't want them to know about moves that you're making, because moves that you're making, like, you can be successful with the moves that you're making, whether that's insurance wise, whether that's business, housing deed, whatever it is that you're trying to do. But then I feel like this person, I get this feeling that you may use their information, or you have copies of their documentation. So they either have yours or you have theirs, right? It's bringing me back to the idea of a deed. It's bringing me back to that idea, like a deed. So either they're helping you with a deed for a home, or claim some type of unclaimed property, or get business, get money, get insurance, get federal aid, like the loans. They're trying to help you with that. Or is something maybe going on with their insurance connected to yours, or something's going on with their what do you call it? Something's just going on with their documentation that you're trying to acquire, so that you can be successful, if that makes any sense. I do get the idea that you need to, the spirit is giving me the feeling that they may need to co-sign something that you have going on as well. Or they're just co-signing something that you have going on, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know what they are. Like, you may not know that they're going to do that, or they're like in the makings of trying to do that, like with your documentation. Okay, I see what's happening here. So what you're trying to do, housing wise, loan wise, deed wise, real estate wise, this energy, if it's a Leo, they're helping you with this. They could also be tied to a Queen of Cups. That Queen of Cups energy, the Leo shares information or documentation with. The spirit is giving me an idea that maybe you shouldn't give a Leo, I get personal information. Maybe you do not give the Leo your personal information. Like, don't give them your personal documentation. Like, you may want to give them, I also get fake. Something may be fake about some type of documentation that they're presenting you with. Or I don't know if you're thinking that, or I don't know if they think that something isn't real. I also get communication. Somebody thinks some type of communication that you're presenting or they're presenting isn't real for some reason. So either it's communication or it's documentation that someone thinks is not real for some reason. Like, somebody thinks it's copied and pasted, or someone thinks that it's printed off the internet and then written into. I don't know if you have that thought about this person, or it's like, that may just be, it may be real documentation or information, but it may also be, like, it could be the energy that they give off that makes you think scam. It's the energy that they give off that makes you think that it's a scam. So either they think that something you're presenting them with is a scam, or you think something that they're presenting you, okay, they think something you're presenting them with is a scam, or something scam-like about the energy, or you think this about them. You think something is scam-like about them, or it's surrounding them, if that makes any sense. You may want to do your information on them as well before you get comfortable and decide, okay, if they ask you for this, that, and the third information, just make sure that they're legitimate, if that makes any sense. Okay, Queen of Cups energy, if they're tied to them, the scam-like vibe may be the association between you, the Queen of Cups, and then Leo. And it has something to do with their information usage, or a part of the process, or your information being a part of the process through Leo that they're giving copies of. I'm getting this feeling that they're giving copies of it, because I'm looking at the paper that she's writing on right here. I'm looking at the paper that she's writing on, if you can see that. So I do feel cosign. I feel like this person, whether you know that they cosign, you may know or you don't know that they're trying to cosign on something that you have directly going on between you and a Leo. Or it's the Leo that's co-signing something that you have going on separately with this person. And that's known or unknown, okay? The future has the 7 of Pentacles energy. And then your instincts has the 10 of Oppression or the 10 of Wands. All right? 10 of Wands resides with Leo or whatever other zodiac, whatever other zodiac sign, but other fire signs to be specific. Sag, Aries, Leo's shown up here in the flesh. All right? I don't know if you're thinking that. I also get an investigation, like something that they're doing may be getting investigated. So it's something that you're doing separately on your own, maybe getting investigated, or your communications with this person imply that I get business and their business is going to get investigated, if that makes any sense. If they're a Leo, you're dealing with a Leo, okay? Something that they're doing is potentially it can get investigated, right? But it has something to do with a tax tie. Like I'm getting that feeling. It has something to do with how somebody distributes taxes or how they create the documentation for the taxes, if that makes any sense. So that's you tying yourself to them. They're running you through this kind of like, they're running you through what you need documentation wise or how they get taxes wise, how they distribute taxes, how you can get the taxes for the property, right? They may be able to try, when I hit the idea of the taxes for a property, one element about this, it has something to do with you not going through the federal system of the country in order to get the tax papers done for some type of unclaimed property or business or insurance or loan. Like it's like trying to get you to get a loan, but not through the U.S. government or not through the government, if that makes any sense. And that's what they're skilled in, right? But they're explaining that to you, and you're like, this, you're a little leery about it because it's not, something isn't legal about it, if that makes any sense. Some element about it may not be legal. It may be legal to this person, but their ideology is to detach themselves from all federal systematic control in terms of documentation. Like they're trying to break all federal government linkage. They're trying to break that as much as they possibly can. And they're presenting that ideology to you, and you're like, you're a little leery, if that makes any sense. Like they know what they're doing, they're skilled in it, but you're leery. Like you just need to be on your toes with your communication with them, right? And your thought and your instincts is the 10 of Wands. Like you may be thinking that I also get an idea of a setup. You may be thinking that they want to set you up for good or for bad, or they're thinking that you're thinking that they're trying to set you up, or they may be thinking that you are coming forth to set them up. Like they may be thinking you're an undercover cop or something, or you're an undercover investigator. Like that may be the vibe that you give off, or that's the vibe they give off, right? But the reason why the energy is happening is because somebody's leery with some type of transaction that they're taking you through, or they're leery about presenting some type of hidden information to you as to how they obtain unclaimed property or deeds or loans or aid or insurance, right? So it's just about being leery. So you think this about this person, or something may be subtle about the thought you have about yourself with this or someone else, okay? Queen of Cups co-signing knowingly or unknowingly. Co-signing, they work with this person and they deal with them. They operate something in and outside of their home. Something is legal or semi-legal about it. I don't know, something interesting like that. All right. The accomplishment has the 5 of disappointment. So the 5 of Cups is here next to your family or someone in your family. Queen of Cups could be someone in your family. right? They're in your family. You don't know everything that you need to know about them either. I get that idea. Like you don't know everything about what they're doing, especially if it's documentation wise. You don't know. Okay, you don't know. They may have also stolen something, and like they're a family member that stole something. They're a friend. They may have stolen something. You may be trying. That may be knowing that they do. You may know that they do. And there's a need to possibly get them to stop doing that, if that makes any sense. You know? So that's happening to you directly with this person. You know this person, and you consider them to be stealing something from you or someone else. Or they operate with a Leo, right? They operate with a Leo, or they're given the Leo, they're co-signed to something that a Leo has running. Okay? They're co-signing something. They're co-signing some type of documentation that you're giving someone, and you don't know that they're co-signing that documentation, or they co-own something that you're doing directly with someone else. But there's success there at the same time. But there's an interesting element in the foundation of the success. So that's your perspective with yourself, or that's your perspective about the Leo and the Queen of Cups. Like there's success there. It's just how somebody's being successful. Alright? But the Five of Cups and the accomplishment next to this is that someone that you're tied to. I also get the idea that someone isn't telling you the full story about why they need something from you, or why, I get how it's being used. Someone isn't giving you the full story on how something is being used, and it resides with the Queen of Cups. She may not be forthcoming. If you ever end up in some type of communication with this individual, she may not be forthcoming. She may be secretive in nature. Okay. She may not be forthcoming. That's related from the beginning of the deeds and the housing and the obtaining the property and the jobs and insurance. They may not be forthcoming. Right? Okay, let me go further. Your spiritual self has the Hierophant, sign of Taurus. So you have a Taurus here now. Okay? The Hierophant would be like you're trying to obtain tangible and possibly even spiritual advice from the Leo, right? That's why the Hierophant is next to them. Or you're learning something spiritually through some type of reference that someone did give you. You're having these two energies next to each other is like a spiritual an epiphany that you're having in regards to your communication with a Leo, in regards to what's privately going on. If that energy is separate, it's what's going on in your family that you may not have necessarily shared with that person yet. If that makes any sense. Right? You may not have shared anything with them openly about a deed or insurance, but somehow they investigated. They did investigate. They investigated you somehow. They investigated you. Like through social media, they investigated you. Like investigated you would be like trying to type in your name on Facebook, trying to type in and find you on Instagram. They investigated you first before they were thinking to be comfortable with you. But I keep getting this idea, it's giving me the idea of real. Like something about you being real. Like a real, you know how people can like create fake accounts online and it generates like spam? That may be the thought. Someone has that thought about something that you have operating here. Or that's the thought you have with somebody else's communication. Or there's maybe limited Five of Cups with a Ten of Cups. There may be limited communication because someone thinks that some type of offering is not real or it's spam. You know? Or somebody literally Ten of Wands, someone literally is trying to investigate you. Are you investigating someone? Trying to type in their name on Facebook, trying to type it in on Instagram. Or what's that website called? Identigo, the identity where you can put in people's information if you know their name, so you can pull them up to see if they're a real person or if they run this real business. That may be what you're doing. That may be related to the water sign, Queen of Cups. That energy could be related to them, or a Taurus, or a Leo. I was also getting Cancer. You got Cancer, Pisces elements coming through. It's like, if I can't find this person online, they're not real. Like, I feel drawn to say that. If I can't find them anywhere, then they're not real. If I can't find this business online, then it's not real. If I can't find the service that someone is explaining to me, if I can't find it online, then you don't consider it to be real. Someone doesn't consider it to be real. If that makes any sense. Whatever it is that's going on there. Okay? Alright? The mentality is the High Priestess with the mentality. You're using your intuition about some type of Ten of Wands. You're using your intuition about them. Fire sign energies, period. You're using your intuition about like the Ten of Wands energy with fire sign. Like something is difficult with them it could be because of what I just explained. Or somebody, you're thinking, okay, I understand what's going on. If you're trying to do something with homes and job and money and whatever it is, there's an element about this where you do have someone that can help you, but you may have someone is also sketchy. Like as I'm talking about it, you have like there's a sketchy feeling that you're having. High Priestess, Ten of Wands. You got this sketchy element going on in your thought process with how you're trying to get or make money from a home or a deed or insurance. Like you understand that someone is skilled, but it's something that's sketchy also about it. So you're trying to do research. You're trying to go online. You're trying to use Identigo. You're trying to go on an identity website, put in personal information, Facebook, Instagram. Somebody's doing that to you. Or you're doing that to someone. Someone may not know that you're doing that. Ten of Wands, High Priestess. You don't know someone is doing that. Right? You don't know. There is some type of element as well where if someone is doing that to you, there's someone specific that you may be concealing information from. Could be the Hierophant or Hierophant-like person that you're trying to conceal some type of information from, that you're thinking that if you go forward with the option that the fire sign energy is trying to give you, they're going to research you. I get blocked. They're going to research you and block you, or you're going to research them and block them. Something like that. Research you, block you. You research them, they block you. Right? Whatever it is, the reason for the block. Or it's like the blocking is coming from the fact that it's a mutual tie. So whoever referred you to someone, Queen of Cups could have referred you to someone, but I get it's for her benefit. So when I said that, when this person referring you to someone is so that they can benefit. They're trying to obtain a benefit with something that you have here. They're trying to obtain that, whether you know that they are or you don't know. Whether you know that or you don't know that. They're tied to someone that you think is external. They're tied to someone that you think is external. Okay, I see what's going on here. You say the Queen of Cups energy. I had a friend. They're like a friend. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. They're like a friend. They're a family that's a friend. They're a family member. They're a friend. Whatever it is that they are. You're talking to this person about getting a deed or getting insurance, making money from a home. Or you're talking about unclaimed property, business, aid, federal aid, right? They're referring you to communicate to someone that can help you through these procedures. But for some reason, Ten of Wands and the High Priestess, you don't realize that they communicate. So whatever it is that you don't want the Queen of Cups energy to know or have, it doesn't make any sense that you don't want them to know or have something, because you're taking them up, or potentially you're taking them up on an offer of a recommendation that they're trying to give you. But the High Priestess is saying that you're not using in your intuition as to why they're giving you this particular person as a reference, if that makes any sense. is so that they can get on something that you have. So they may be afraid to ask you this. They could be afraid to ask you this. There could be a coworker that's afraid to ask you for something. Their friend, their family member is afraid to ask you for something. So they're going through some type of like illegitimate source or legitimate source so that they can, I keep getting co-signing and co-friendship. They're co-signing, they want to co-sign. They want to co-sign. But someone has a way of not letting their information or name show up on a document once you finish the process. Like there may be a separate documentation with their name and insurance and things on it, but it's with your things. But they're co-signing it so that they can reap a benefit from it without you knowing or unknowingly. Knowing or unknowingly. Interesting. What's changing is the Knight of Swords, the Game Master. The Knight will be someone that's 20-something or 30-something years old. Alright, it's a Knight of Swords. That's in like an air sign, like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarian, that is a male. It's a man. They're in a changing position. They're actually the only air element that's shown up here as well too. Right? I don't know if you once dealt with this person before. The spirit is giving me an idea of taxes. You may have once dealt with this person before in regards to taxes. Some type of tax situation. Right? They're in a changing position. I ain't stole information. They're changing because they may have stolen information from you once before. Look at them. They're playing chess. Look at the chess piece. Chess is like, I know how to fool you, basically. That's the meaning behind chess. I know how to trick you. I know how to make moves around you without you noticing. Like, that was literally their thought. That was their thought. So I don't know if that was like love-wise that you had that going on with them, or it's literally they're playing chess with your they were playing chess with your documentation. I say were because they're in a changing position. They're playing chess with something that you had going on here. Like somebody literally could have been playing chess in a business, but I also feel I'm going to stick with the idea that they had some type of access to something that is really personal and private to you, but they're changing. They're not in the mix anymore. Hence the reason you may not have changed. I mean, the energy, I don't know. You could be dealing with this now. It could be showing up later. It just depends on the time period. Energy change. It can change. So you may be currently dealing with this person and you're realizing that you need to change. Oh, I see what's going on here. You could be currently dealing with them, but the realization of you needing to change them may not have arisen yet. May not have come up to the surface yet. Hence the reason with your communication with Leo and Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio female. And references. This person could have been a reference. This energy, the Knight of Swords, could have been a reference from the Queen of Cups. Or they deal with each other. Alright? There's a Sag element here as well too. I'm getting that idea. There is a Sag element. They could be the embodiment of a Sag as well. Could have been dealing with a Sag to that proximity. Okay, Sag, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, females here. Right? Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, like I said, could have been Queen of Cups energy recommendation. Five of Cups, Five of Cups could be the energy of faulty recommendation. A fault of our fake, not real recommendation. So then now that could also be, now you could be going to the Leo, right? You do have a situation here where there's multiple people in on, I get a deed. There's people that they're really on you with a deed for a property that you left. So they're referring you to agents that the agent is helping them, but you don't know. Or you're trying to do something specific with a property. You change it, or a house, or like you're trying to get benefits, and it's like you're taking people's recommendations, but you're not using your intuition that they are also co-signing that deed, that property, that business, that car, that insurance, that whatever it is. The High Priestess, Ten of Wands, there's a serious situation going on here with someone not knowing that people are co-signed on something here. Okay. The resolution has the Four of Pentacles going towards the Seven of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles resides with a Taurus. Alright? The Taurus is trying to play like a friend. They could also be family. Okay? Friend, family. They may work with a Leo, or they know what a Leo does. They know what a Queen of Cups energy does if they're a Taurus. So you may want to communicate with a Taurus or whatever earth sign. There's only, I go all the way here. So Taurus, Virgo, another Virgo, a Capricorn. You may want to talk to them, but they know what's happening to you, or they know what's happening with your documentation. They know about somebody researching you on like Identigo. What's the name of that website? I know it's called Identis something. Identification, that website where you could put up somebody's information so you could locate them, and so you can get like a whole rundown of where they lived in life in total. Social Security information. Four of Pentacles. Okay. Four of Pentacles are trying to hold on to the Taurus. You're holding on to them because one element about holding on to them, or it's just your money that you're trying to save and hold on to. But it's like one situation with a Taurus is that you may not know how long they've been involved with something, or you don't know how long they've been knowing something. Someone may also not talk to you directly, or you don't talk to someone directly, but there's a need to. High Priestess, Ten of Wands, you've got like this conflicted feeling in your mind with communicating with a Taurus or whatever earth sign that's external. Capricorn, you need to talk to the earth sign, whichever earth sign is external from you. They know how to protect you. Alright, so I'm at 41 minutes with this. I try to keep these short. It's still under an hour, so I'm okay with that. Alright, let's do an outcome. Oh, communion is here. You have communion on that side. I don't read that side though. And then underneath you have the return. So the return, it will be the Fool, like the sign of Aries. You could be dealing, there could be Aries element there. Whatever sign, you got all signs around you. You got Ten of Wands could reside with the energy of an Aries, or something that, I get knows, something that an Aries knows. The return will be the journey card, which means that if it's not only Aries, then the journey resides with what's going on with the future. Like there's a journey, there's an interesting journey where like it's like you make mistakes. It's how it's the time period it takes for you to realize that you've made a mistake, if that makes any sense. It's what's happening here, basically. So it's like the universe is allowing you to make mistakes so that you can see what you shouldn't be doing, if that makes any sense. So there's an element to it where it's like it's okay to make a mistake. Like it's okay to make a mistake just as long as you're not manifesting the mistake and you keep repeating the same patterns. With people, with business, with whatever it is that's going on here. Alright, with the return. Or the return journey-wise, it's just what you're doing, like the time period that is taking you to realize what is happening with what you have going on here. Right? The Spirit is giving an idea that it doesn't need to take that long. Like the realization, it really doesn't need to take that long. Oh, I see what's going on here. I feel like, okay, I understand. It has something to do with you second guessing your intuition about something that you are in or involved in. It has something to do with you second guessing it. So the idea that the Spirit is trying to get to in your head is that you shouldn't second guess the feeling or thought that you are having with something that is happening here. So I feel like at one point you were leery about a Queen of Cups. I mean, you may have been leery about a Leo. Like, there is success here. Like, there is good element here. And there's also this element of, I don't say the overusage of information. There's an element happening here as well with the overusage of some type of information. So that could be verbal information or document information. It just depends on how it resonates with you. There's an overusage of it, but it's like you either know that there's an overusage of it or you don't. But the second guessing is coming from the fact that you may have had inkling that something wasn't right. You may have had an inkling that somebody co-signed onto something. You may have had an inkling that something wasn't right with some type of tax or some type of return. Return could be federal aid return, loan return, information. Right? The return. That's why this is called the return. The tax return. The return. Something like you're supposed to get from a property. You're like, what's going on with the money? Four of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Why is this? I was expecting this amount of 1,000. Whatever. I was expecting this back in insurance. Co-sign. Queen of Cups. Maybe Leo. The Taurus element or Sun element is like in between this. Like they know what's going on, but it's like it's not their. They're not involved. It's not their responsibility to get you to see. So it's like you need to go to someone so that they can tell you that that's happening, or you need to use your intuition yourself. I mean, it just depends on what's going on. The return there, okay? All right, Leo. Not Leo. All right, Virgo. That's your reading. Yeah, Leo. I mean, that may not have been a mistake. Like, something's heavy about a Leo being involved with you, period. Vice versa, okay? All right, let me know how it resonates, Virgo. Be well. Take care. Bye.